And now we're going to factor with a common factor with the difference of two squares. So we've got ma squared minus mb squared. What do both of these terms have in common? They both have an m in common. So we factor out that m, and then what does that leave us? That leaves us a squared minus b squared. And then that a squared minus b squared factors to be a plus b, a minus b. So let's look at this with some numbers and variables. We've got 2x cubed minus 50x. What's common to both terms? Well, we're going to factor out that greatest common factor of 2x. So we factor out a 2x, and that leaves x squared minus 25. And then we always check to make sure that we can't continue to factor. This is called factoring completely. So we've already factored a greatest common factor, but now we have to factor the x squared minus 25, which is x plus 5, x minus 5. So our final answer is 2x times x plus 5 times x minus 5. Let's keep practicing. Here we have 3x to the 5th minus 3x. Our greatest common factor is 3x. That's going to leave x to the 4th minus 3. Minus 1. 3x times x to the 4th minus 1. Let me show you why. When we factor out a 3x, it's like dividing it out, and that gives us x to the 4th minus 1. And then x to the 4th minus 1 is the difference of two squares. It is x squared plus 1 times x squared minus 1. But this x squared minus 1 is a difference of two squares again. So we've got to make sure that all of our factors are completely factored. So we've got 3x. X squared plus 1 is not a difference. It is a sum of two squares. And remember, this is called the difference of two squares. If it's not a difference of two squares, then we can't factor it like the rule says. Now, the only thing that I would do different here is I would say my linear factor, my linear factor, my linear factor, and then my quadratic factor. We'll talk more about this vocabulary later on, but linear means a degree 1, a degree 1. So our variable is a degree 1, our variable is a degree 1, our variable is a degree 1. We write them in that order because it's good etiquette. But either answer is a correct answer. Okay, you go ahead and try this next one. 2x to the 4th minus 32. And then when you're ready to reveal the answer, press play. Okay, I always like to pause there for a minute in case you've neglected to press pause. You can do it now. There is our final answer, which is missing a squared right there. It is 2x plus 2x minus 2, and then x squared plus 4. So it was missing that squared right there on the, it's right there. I wrote it in. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did great.